So tomorrow, May 4th, that's Thursday, May 4th, at 7 p.m. US Central Time, I'm going to be doing a political philosophy talk on Machiavelli. And I know that Machiavelli is of interest to a lot of you. So I'm going to spend time talking about what I consider to be important, but I'm going to leave a lot of time for people to ask questions and to make whatever associations they want. I'd really like to have a great conversation with people. And so I just want to share kind of like a central idea now, because I want to try to help people understand that you can trace a fairly distinct line from Machiavelli and the Italian Renaissance to the advent of liberalism and the liberal revolutions. And that helps us understand our world today. For better or worse, we are the products of some of these early modern revelations that themselves came about due to cultural and economic changes that were happening at the time. And Machiavelli is really exemplary of that. So with Machiavelli, we get a lot of the ingredients that we now recognize as liberal. So I'll be talking about this central idea that Machiavelli consciously broke from ancient and medieval Christian idealism, that he consciously broke from that way of thinking about government as character building, whose primary mission was to create a certain type of person, and generally some sort of good person, whether that was a moral person or a courageous warrior or whatever. But the government was there to promote and encourage the development of a certain kind of character. He abandoned that in favor of government enforcing and encouraging certain types of behavior. And he did this in the context of a lot of changes that made it seem as though it was too much to ask for government to be a character building entity. So, this is like the prime quote that I'll be sort of circling my presentation around. It's from The Prince in chapter 15, where he talks about people having imagined, ideal worlds that could never exist in practice. And he explains why it is that that type of thinking is utopian in the negative sense of impossible, and not only impossible, but actually dangerous. And that leads us towards modern realism. It's a modern realist thought, and modern realism is the foundation of liberalism. And so by tackling Machiavelli's ideas here, we can see at their very origins both the strengths and the weaknesses of those central ideas. And we have to grapple with human nature and really ask ourselves what will work. Machiavelli challenges us to let go of fuzzy thinking and, impractical ideas in the name of something that will work. So by tackling him head on, we will see really the strengths and weaknesses of modern liberalism, believe it or not. All right. So I hope to see a lot of you there. Again, Thursday, 7 p.m. US Central Time. You can sign up two different ways. Register on Eventbrite for a donation of any amount. You will get an option for a $10 donation, but you can also choose a regular lesser donation. Or, and even better, consider supporting the Morin Academy on Patreon. Our subscribers get access to this and all of our other content as long as you subscribe at one of the top two levels. There's an entry level that will get you quite a bit, but doesn't get you recordings of all of our events or all of our live events. So consider that. We really appreciate it. Our mission is to get knowledge out there that you can use to help you understand your world. And we are combining ideas in different ways. We are not fitting into a particular box, and that's the way we want it. If you agree that we shouldn't be stuck in a particular ideological box and only think within it, consider supporting the Morin Academy.